Hey there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Max, and this is my first official video on this YouTube channel. Actually, I wanted to give do a different video, but that video is not ready, so I wanted to just keep to my promise of releasing my first official video on this channel Wednesday. So here you have it, and I would make sure I upload the intended video before the week runs out. So once again, thank you for checking out on my YouTube channel. This is my first video, and if you would love to see great contents about FX trading, raw content, um, everything about trading, definitely this is the YouTube channel to be. I promise to be as transparent as possible. So yeah, thank you. And then today I'm just like the title said, it's just a trade recap, a trade I took on Tuesday yesterday on Nasdaq. Beautiful trade I took. So I wanted to do a recap on the trade I took, and this is one of the things that I'll be doing in this YouTube channel. So if you love trade breakdowns and recap, please do subscribe, hit the notification button. Please do comment. I would love to know what you guys think about your thoughts and everything. And yeah, let's get to the video. So so yesterday I was supposed to take a trade. I was supposed to trade, and I actually wanted to trade yesterday on Nasdaq, but because we had this the US independence, there was no much move. So I had already marked out my chart, and as you can see, we had a strong bearish move from last week down here, and this are our structure low, right? And this is the next low. So in my mind, after yesterday, we had this serious consolidation right here, and yesterday, the whole of yesterday, if I would pull out this section break indicator, you'd see the whole of yesterday we had almost a kind of let me do this real quick. A clean consolidation. Now, this was simply because of the independence yesterday. So not much was really going on yesterday, and the US, so it definitely did not drive price. So in my mind, when I saw this, I was not interested in the market, so I had to go out and decided to come back today. Now, today when I came price, but before this morning, before by the end of yesterday on Monday, we had a spike, a breakout of the structure, and then price went directly to my level, which I had already marked out before the new week, right? So this was my high. Now in my mind, I trade market structure. This is basically what I do. So as time goes on in this channel, you'll get to know my kind of the kind of trader I am. I'm a pure price action trader, nothing more. So this level was my highs, my key level, which you call support resistance. Sorry. So I was basically waiting for price to just get my two things I was expecting was either price would just go all the way to this level and drop, or it could break above and I'll just wait for that pullback, and that's it. I'll go for a buy. So by the time I woke up this morning, yesterday, sorry, that was on Tuesday. So I saw that price had come back to this level. Now, as time goes on, I'll talk about this, my redefined psychological level. This is among the strategy I use. They are very powerful. So I'll be sharing with you guys as time goes on this YouTube channel. So yeah, definitely. So I actually expected this to happen, like I said, and price nicely came back to touch this level, and we had a reaction, right, and a strong pull up. Now, if you could see, we had a break of structure. We had a break of structure right here, we have break of structure down here. So we had higher high, higher low, price fell to break above, and we had that break of structure, which indicated that the market was not ready to move. Now, one of my entries are momentum entries, and that's candles with momentum shift candles. I love taking those trades, and I'll be sharing these stuffs with you guys. So yes, do subscribe, and so you don't miss the great contents that will be coming from me. So yeah, so when I saw this, this was definitely this morning. I basically trade Nasdaq during the New York section. So this was the London section, and the London section, I only trade two pairs. I trade GU and GU, GU and Nasdaq, and I traded GU during the London section. So this breakout would have been a nice trade for me. I definitely would have been able to take this trade and maybe put my stop loss always above the candle, and this would have been, oh sorry, and this would have been a clean 1 to, almost 1 to 4 if I had taken this thing down to this low. So 1 to 4, a very nice one during the London section. But yeah, I saw the move. I was just focused on GU, but unfortunately I missed a nice move on GU. So I just was waiting for this level. Now from where I stay in my country, the New York section starts by 13:30, which is 1:30 p.m. So at that time, if I should scale down, I would go down to the lower time frame in a minute, but just give me a time. So at this moment right here, I saw that the market was strongly bearish. The momentum of the market was bearish. So we had strong bearish move, right? And I know that we had a strong support level here where price had bounced off 1, 2, 3, and not just on the H1, even on the H4. There's a strong level before the week ended. So I was just like, okay, let me, so I first of all had this one. So let me take these stuffs out, take this one out. So I had this level marked out, and I was like, okay, let me see what happens. So this was going to be my first entry, my first trade for the day, and I took a sell limit, and then I would get very good risk, okay, because it was just my first entry, so I didn't risk everything. I was going to add more position as price began to go my way, so I maybe risk half what I was going to risk, and I entered a sell limit, and notice how the market came right to that level, tapped me into. Now I'll be showing you the after trades, so don't worry. Notice how the market came right into the structure, and then into the structure, the zone, or the level, whichever way you call it, and then boom, tapped it, and then we're all into the trade. Now let me show you something. Show you something real quick. Okay, so at this point, my first position was already triggered, right? It's the idea behind this trade was very simple. I had highs and lows, and this is obviously a ranging market or consolidation, as you call it. And I was just anticipating price to bounce off of this level, because if we had a strong bearish move, this said likelihood that the market was going to bounce off. And Nasdaq likes reversals, okay, during the New York section open. So I was looking to take advantage of this trade. Now, like I said, my first position was a sell limit, which was right here. So if I go to the lower time frame, let's just do this, boom, 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 and then move it a little bit to this area. Great. So that was my first position, and then as price began to move nicely. So let's see this one. Let's just log this in. So that's the first position is already in profit. Actually, let's put it this way. Great. Great. So the first position was already in profit, so I just decided to wait, and then I went to the lower time frame because I wanted to scale into my trade, and I would be sharing you the live trades I took. What I did was I noticed this area. So we had a low, a lower high, lower low, which was created, and price failed to break above, created a new lower low, tapped, which was a tap I had, a very beautiful tap, and then price came back for a double top right here, and we're struggling here. Okay, and this is where patience is very, very important. So at the end of the day, we had a breakout, and before this breakout, I had um my buy stop set, my second. So this was my second entry, and I was like, okay, fine, if the market could break above this level, then I would love to be a part of this move. And yeah, we had a nice one, a breakout, and then boom, I had a very beautiful trade right here. So I was just waiting for a pullback and break of this higher high so I can, go break even. And eventually we had a pullback. And see, this is one of the patterns I trade. I love so much. If you would notice, this is a breakout, break and retest and double bottom. So I love these patterns, and they are so powerful. Break and retest, double bottom patterns, so powerful. So this is what we had. So actually, when this position, I went break even on this, and it took me out. And when it started reacting, I entered the trade again, and then boom, it took me all the way to my take profit. Now my target was 11,700. Let me adjust this. 11,700 for both trades. So I could have held this trade, to 11,800, but yeah, I don't want to do that. So I obviously got out of the trade. My TP was hit, and then I was out of the trade. So yeah. So again, let me break it down again why I took these trades. First of all, to the H4, a quick recap again. We had a strong bearish market move from the highs the previous week, and price rallied during the London section to the downside. And knowing Nasdaq, there is a high possibility that the market was going to reverse, if not back to our key level, at least to some level where it could, maybe to some of my psychological levels, and then drop back, right? Or a break below, and then I'll be waiting for a pullback and take the trade. Now, because I've been trading Nasdaq for a very long time, I knew that there was a possibility this guy was going to tap in and then push up. At least I could make some profit from that little pullback. Okay, and then I went for a sell limit, right? In the 5-15 minutes, I went for a sell limit, and then boom, that was it. And then I didn't go with all the risk I wanted to put on the table, because I wanted confirmation that this guy was ready to move, and we had a level where price began to react to. So I was like, okay, let me put my stop loss right below here, and then entry above. So when we break above, I expect price to go, and exactly what happened, and then boom. Now I didn't want to be greedy. I was just targeting the previous highs. As you can see, that was the previous highs, and then there you have it. Market move straight to my TP, and that was it. Now I'm just going to show you some of the trades I took on let me show you some the before and after trades I took. So this was the before trade. If you can see, this was the before on the H1 when before the New York section. So I anticipated a move, tap right here, and then boom, so this was just what I was expecting price to do, to just come into this level. Oh man, is that damn? Sorry about that. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so I was expecting price to come in and do this, and exactly what happened, and yeah. So this was the after trade. So this was the before trade, and this was the after trade, and this was a very beautiful trade, and I loved it. Now, talking about the scaling, and if let's say if you had missed the first move I had, possibly it would have gotten to this level where I wanted to wait for price to break out, and then boom, this is what happened. So beautiful. So yeah, these are the trades I took today, and I'm so happy for the returns. I mean, so grateful. I was able to bank in some profit, and yeah. So let me show you the live trades, so you know I actually really did take this trade. So yeah, this is the first trade, the trade I took. As you can see, we had price reacting right at that level I was talking about, and price just tapped in, and then boom. So from here, I also marked out my level where I was anticipating price to break out, and you see the beautiful retest right there. Then boom, such a very, I mean, it was just amazing. But I had to wait. That's where patience. It's very, very important, because I had to wait for over an hour before this whole thing happened. And after closing the trade, one of my accounts, actually my challenge account. This is a challenge account I'm currently on, but this is my live account. And then I actually re-entered because I took profit. I also entered the same trade, but I took profit. And because it's a challenge account, I didn't want to give back profit. So I had to take partial profit and go break even pretty early, and it took me out. But when I realized the market was coming back like it did here, so I re-entered again, and then as you can have it, it went straight to my TP, which is around 11,700, and I'm so grateful. So yeah, so yeah, this is just a breakdown or a recap of what happened today, and I'm so grateful. This is my first video in my YouTube channel, and I will be dropping great content. So yeah, do watch out for my next video. Guys, please do subscribe, like, and share my video. Please do drop a comment, and I will promise to read all the comments and everything you have to say. Also, every Sunday, I'll be doing a weekly analysis, pre-market opened analysis or focus that you call it. So do stay tuned. And yeah, that's all for this video, and thank you so much.